The vast emptiness of space lit up with a brilliant flash as a sleek, silver vessel emerged from hyperspace near Earth's orbit. The ship's design was unlike anything humans had ever built, smooth, almost organic in appearance, with pulsing blue lights running along its hull. Captain Mark of the International Space Defense Station leaned forward in his chair, his experienced eyes fixed on the holographic display. "Unknown vessel detected at coordinates 227 Mark IV, he announced calmly. His years of training had prepared him for this moment, though he never truly expected it would come. The alien ship, designated Imperial Scout 1 by Earth's defense systems, moved with precise grace. Its crew, led by Ambassador Red of the Galactic Empire, believed they were completely invisible to the primitive species below. They had performed this ritual thousands of times before, first contact with a developing world that would soon join their vast empire. Inside the scout ship, Ambassador Red smiled confidently. His long career of bringing new worlds into the Empire had made him somewhat complacent. "Initiate standard first contact protocol," he ordered, his voice carrying the authority of 10 millennia of Imperial tradition. But something was wrong. Multiple warning signals flashed across their control panels. Their stealth systems reported active scanning from the planet below. Impossible for a civilization at Earth's supposed technological level. "Sir," one of Red's officers called out, genuine confusion in his voice. "They can see us." On Earth, military bases worldwide went into high alert. The response was swift but measured. Decades of preparation and secret technological advancement had ready humanity for this moment. Director Stone of the United Earth Council stood in the Global Command Center, surrounded by representatives from every nation. The room hummed with quiet efficiency as data streamed in from quantum detection arrays hidden throughout the solar system. "We've been watching them for 30 years, Stone said to his assembled staff. "Now they're finally here." The Imperial scout ship suddenly found itself surrounded by small dark satellites that seemed to appear from nowhere. These devices, Earth's quantum phase defenders, had been invisible to Imperial sensors. Ambassador Red's confusion turned to concern as his ship's systems began reporting unprecedented energy readings from Earth. The planet's atmosphere rippled with a faint blue glow, a planetary shield far more advanced than anything the Empire had developed. "Impossible," Red whispered, watching as his ship's most sophisticated scanning equipment failed to penetrate Earth's defenses. Earth's first transmission to the alien vessel was clear and confident. "Imperial Scout Vessel, this is Earth Defense Command. We've been aware of your Empire's activities in this galaxy. Your stealth technology was outdated by our standards 20 years ago." The Empire's crew stood in shocked silence. No developing world had ever detected them during first contact, let alone prepared defenses against them. Ambassador Red attempted to regain control of the situation. "This is Ambassador Red of the Galactic Empire. We come in peace to offer your world membership in our grand civilization." The response from Earth was immediate. "We've studied your grand civilization, Ambassador. We've decoded your transmissions, analyzed your ship designs, and documented your exploitation of 217 worlds." Red's face paled. Humanity had been watching, learning, and preparing while the Empire thought them blind and ignorant. Director Stone's next message echoed through every speaker on the Imperial vessel. "The Earth is not interested in becoming another exploited world in your collection. Our solar system is hereby declared off-limits to Imperial vessels. This is not a negotiation." To demonstrate their power, Earth activated a small portion of their defense grid. Rings of energy spiraled around the planet, creating patterns that defied Imperial understanding of physics. Ambassador Red, for the first time in his 300-year career, felt fear. He was no longer dealing with a primitive civilization to be easily conquered. Humanity had secretly advanced far beyond the Empire's expectations. As the Imperial scout ship retreated from Earth's orbit, Red knew this encounter would change the galaxy forever. Humanity had not only refused to join the Empire, they had banned it from their space entirely. The first shots hadn't been fired, but the message was clear. Earth would not submit, and they had the technology to back up their defiance. The game had changed, and the Empire didn't even know the new rules yet. The Imperial Council chamber buzzed with angry voices. 12 of the Empire's highest-ranking officials sat around a massive table made from rare stellar crystals. The news from Earth had spread quickly through their ranks, causing unprecedented concern. High Commander Green slammed his fist on the table. How dare these humans reject our generous offer? No world has ever defied the Empire and survived. His face turned red with rage as he watched the replay of Earth's defense systems activating. Ambassador Red stood before the council, his earlier confidence replaced by worried caution. My lords, there's something different about these humans. They've been watching us, studying us. They knew about our stealth technology before we even arrived. On Earth, Director Stone and the United Earth Council were preparing their next move. The massive underground command center hummed with activity as data streams showed the Empire mobilizing their forces. They won't accept our refusal easily, Stone said, studying the holographic display of Imperial fleet movements. So let's show them exactly why they should. Earth's quantum satellites had mapped every Imperial world, every fleet, and every secret base over the past 3 decades. Now they activated their deep space transmission system. Across the Empire's worlds, every screen and holographic display suddenly changed. Earth's message began playing on all frequencies, in all languages. People of the Galactic Empire, Stone's voice rang out. We are Earth. Your leaders claim to bring peace and prosperity. We have evidence that proves otherwise. The transmission showed countless recordings, Empire ships stripping worlds of resources, populations being enslaved, cultures being destroyed. Each clip was dated and verified, impossible to deny. In the council chamber, the Imperial leaders watched in horror as their secrets were exposed to every being in their domain. Impossible. High Commander Green roared. How did they gather this intelligence? Our security is absolute. Ambassador Red stepped forward again. That's just it, sir. They found ways to bypass everything we considered unbreakable. Our best stealth systems, our quantum encryptions, they're all outdated compared to Earth's technology. To demonstrate their point, Earth activated their solar system defense grid. A massive energy field became visible, stretching from the sun to beyond Pluto. The Empire's best sensors couldn't determine how it worked. Director Stone's voice continued throughout the Empire. We've watched you destroy 217 civilizations. Today, that number stops growing. Earth is not just rejecting your empire. We're warning you. The transmission shifted to show Earth's military capabilities. Ships that could phase through solid matter, weapons that could disable Imperial technology without destruction, defense systems that defied known physics. In the council chamber, a younger official named Lord Brown spoke up. Perhaps we should consider their warning. If they've hidden this level of technology from us, what else might they be capable of? High Commander Green wouldn't hear of it. No, we are the Empire. We've ruled for 10,000 years. These humans must be taught their place. Earth's final message was brief but clear. Imperial forces are hereby banned from entering the Sol system. Any violation of this ban will be met with force. This is your only warning. To prove their point, Earth demonstrated a new weapon. A small drone, no bigger than a car, approached one of the Empire's nearby monitoring stations. With a flash of blue light, every piece of Imperial technology simply stopped working. Panic spread through the Empire's ranks. Their best scientists couldn't explain how such a small device could disable their most advanced technology. In the council chamber, the debate raged on. Some wanted immediate military action, while others advised caution. The Empire had never faced a civilization that had hidden its true capabilities so well. Director Stone watched the Empire's reaction through Earth's quantum observation network. They'll test us soon, he told his staff. They have to. Their entire power structure depends on appearing invincible. The Empire's leadership finally reached a decision. They would send a peacekeeping fleet to Earth, not to negotiate, but to demonstrate their power. They had no idea they were playing directly into Earth's hands. As the Imperial fleet began assembling, Earth's defense forces moved to their ready positions. The real test of humanity's preparations was about to begin. The Empire was about to learn why Earth's warning should have been heeded. The Imperial fleet emerged from hyperspace in waves, 100 warships strong. Their massive vessels, each the size of a small city, formed an attack pattern that had conquered countless worlds before. Admiral Gold stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Imperial Might, watching Earth grow larger on his view screen. Such a pretty blue world, he mused, soon to be another jewel in the Empire's crown. Earth's response was not what anyone in the Imperial fleet expected. There was no panic, no desperate pleas for mercy, not even any apparent military response. The planet simply waited, its mysterious defense grid humming quietly. Director Stone and the United Earth Council watched the Imperial fleet's approach with calculated calm. They brought exactly the number of ships we predicted, Stone noted. Their military doctrine hasn't changed in 1,000 years. Commander Black of Earth's defense forces smiled slightly. Shall we show them why that's a problem? The first sign that something was wrong came when the Imperial fleet tried to launch their fighter squadrons. The bay doors wouldn't open. Computer systems started reporting strange errors. Admiral, a young officer called out, panic in his voice. Our systems are being accessed, but we can't detect any intrusion method. Admiral Gold's confidence wavered for the first time. Impossible. Our cybersecurity is perfect. Launch the attack anyway. But nothing happened. None of the weapons would fire. The mighty Imperial fleet hung in space, suddenly as threatening as a collection of metal sculptures. Earth's first move was subtle. Thousands of small drones, each barely visible to the naked eye, emerged from hidden positions around the solar system. They surrounded the Imperial fleet in seconds. What are these things? Admiral Gold demanded, watching the tiny devices swarm around his ships. Their energy readings made no sense to Imperial scanners. The answer came in the form of a quantum lock field. Every Imperial ship found itself frozen in place, unable to move or fire weapons. Their mighty engines, capable of pushing them to faster-than-light speeds, couldn't generate enough power to move them an inch. Director Stone's voice echoed through every ship in the fleet. We warned you not to enter our space. Now, let us demonstrate why. The drones began their work. One by one, they systematically disabled every weapon, every engine, and every piece of military technology on the Imperial ships. They didn't destroy anything. They simply turned everything off. Admiral Gold watched in horror as his mighty fleet was reduced to powerless hulks. How? How are they doing this? The answer appeared on every screen in the fleet. Earth began broadcasting detailed technical specifications of Imperial technology, along with explanations of why each system was obsolete. Your quantum encryption. Stone's voice continued. We broke it 20 years ago. Your stealth systems. We can track them across the galaxy. Your weapons. We developed defenses before you even arrived. In the Imperial flagship's bridge, chaos erupted as officers realized the truth. Humanity hadn't just prepared for the Empire's arrival. They had surpassed them in nearly every way. Commander Black led the Earth Defense Forces in their next move. Small boarding crafts, crewed by robots, attached themselves to each Imperial vessel. They weren't there to fight, just to ensure the crew's safety as their ships were towed away. This is impossible. Admiral Gold raged, watching helplessly as his fleet was methodically collected like toys. We are the Empire. We cannot be defeated by a single world. But Earth wasn't finished with their demonstration. The quantum lock field suddenly shifted, and every Imperial ship found itself facing Earth. Their sensors, though barely functioning, detected energy readings that went beyond anything in Imperial science. Director Stone delivered the final message. Your fleet will be returned to Imperial space intact. Your crews will be unharmed. Consider this a demonstration of mercy, something your empire has rarely shown to others. The Imperial crew members could only watch as their mighty fleet was effortlessly moved by Earth's technology. Their most powerful weapons had been neutralized without a single shot being fired. As the last Imperial ship was prepared for transport, Commander Black turned to Director Stone. "Do you think they'll finally understand?" Stone shook his head. "No. The Empire has ruled too long to accept change easily. But they're about to learn that the galaxy isn't what they thought it was. The Empire's mistake would reshape the balance of power throughout the galaxy. And it was only the beginning." The captured Imperial fleet drifted silently at the edge of Earth's solar system. Each massive warship, once proud and powerful, now hung powerless in space, held in place by Earth's quantum technology. Commander Black stood in Earth's main control center, overseeing the final phase of their demonstration. "All ships secured," he reported. "Crews are contained but comfortable. Time to show them what we can really do." Inside the Imperial flagship, Admiral Gold and his crew watched in stunned silence as Earth's robots methodically moved through their ship. These machines weren't the clunky automatons the Empire used. They moved with fluid grace, passing through walls as if they were made of mist. First, Director Stone's voice echoed through every ship. "Let's discuss your power systems." Holographic displays appeared before every Imperial crew member, showing their own engine designs. Then, beside them, Earth's improved versions appeared. "Your fusion drives are inefficient," Stone explained. "We solved that problem by using quantum tunneling. Your ships waste 60% of their energy. Ours waste none." Admiral Gold watched as the robots began installing small devices throughout his fleet. "What are they doing to our ships?" The answer came as each vessel's power systems suddenly surged to life, but different than before. Energy readings jumped to levels the Empire had thought impossible. "We're upgrading your basic systems," Commander Black announced. "Consider it a gift and a message. Your ships now run on clean, unlimited energy. No more strip mining planets for fuel." In the Imperial Engineering section, Chief Engineer Gray stared at his displays in disbelief. The humans had just solved energy problems the Empire had struggled with for thousands of years. But Earth wasn't finished. The next demonstration targeted the Empire's weapons. "Your weapons rely on brute force," Stone continued. "We prefer precision." The robots activated new systems they had installed. "Watch." A small target drone appeared near the fleet. Admiral Gold expected some kind of energy weapon or explosion. Instead, a barely visible beam touched the drone. It didn't explode or break. It simply stopped existing. "Matter conversion," Commander Black explained. "We don't destroy targets. We recycle them. Every atom is preserved and repurposed." The Imperial crews watched in silence as their most powerful weapons were replaced with technology they barely understood. Earth wasn't just defeating them. They were completely rewriting the rules of warfare. Next came transportation. Earth's robots demonstrated phase shift technology, moving through solid matter as easily as air. They showed quantum teleportation systems that made the Empire's best transporters look primitive. "Your faster-than-light drives tear holes in space," Stone said. "Ours slit between the quantum fabric without damage. No more navigational hazards left behind." In the Imperial flagship's medical bay, doctors watched in amazement as Earth's medical robots healed injuries in seconds. Diseases the Empire had thought incurable vanished under their care. Admiral Gold finally found his voice. "Why?" he asked. "Why show us all this? Why not just destroy us?" Director Stone's response was calm but firm. "Because destruction is easy. Change is hard. We're showing you a better way." The demonstration continued for hours. Earth showed the Empire clean energy systems, advanced medical technology, agricultural methods that could feed planets without destroying them, and transportation systems that didn't damage spacetime. Each innovation was installed in the Imperial ships, turning them into showcases of what was possible when technology was used for progress instead of power. "Your ships will return home better than they arrived," Commander Black announced. "Show your leaders what's possible. Show them why Earth banned the Empire, not out of fear, but out of hope for something better." As the final upgrades were completed, Earth's quantum field began pushing the fleet back toward Imperial space. Each ship had been transformed into a testament to human innovation. Admiral Gold stood on his bridge, watching Earth shrink in the distance. His mighty warship had become something else, a demonstration of everything the Empire could have been. "The age of conquest is over," Director Stone's final message stated. "You can fight it and fall, or adapt and thrive. The choice is yours." The Imperial fleet disappeared into hyperspace, carrying with them not just advanced technology, but a message that would shake the Empire to its foundations. Change was coming to the galaxy, whether the Empire wanted it or not. The Imperial capital world buzzed with unprecedented chaos. News of Earth's demonstration had spread faster than any Imperial sensors could contain it. The massive screens that usually display propaganda now showed images of the transformed fleet returning from Earth. High Commander Green paced in the Imperial Palace's main chamber, his face dark with rage. "This is a disaster. These humans aren't just defying us. They're showing our people alternatives." Reports flooded in from across Imperial space. On the factory world of Industria, workers stopped their machines after seeing Earth's clean energy systems. On the mining planet Extracto, slaves laid down their tools, demanding the same medical care they'd seen in the broadcasts. Admiral Gold stood before the Imperial Council, delivering his report. "The humans didn't just defeat us," he explained, his voice shaking. "They improved us. Every ship they sent back now runs on infinite energy. Our crews are healthier than ever." In the crowded streets of the capital, ordinary citizens gathered around public screens, watching footage of Earth's technology in action. They saw worlds restored from pollution, diseases cured, hunger eliminated. Lord Brown, the younger council member, spoke up during the emergency session. "Perhaps we should consider diplomatic relations with Earth. Their technology could solve problems we've faced for millennia." "Treason," High Commander Green shouted. "You suggest we bow to these upstarts." But the situation was already spiraling beyond the Council's control. On 20 different worlds, Imperial governors reported the same thing. Their people were demanding change. Admiral White, commander of the Empire's largest fleet, made an unprecedented decision. She ordered her ships to stand down from attack positions near Earth. "We cannot fight the future," she announced to her crews. The Imperial Palace's communications center became overwhelmed with messages from subject worlds. Some demanded access to Earth's technology. Others declared their independence outright. In the Grand Market District, merchants watched their stocks plummet. No one wanted to buy the Empire's expensive, polluting technology anymore. Not after seeing what Earth offered freely. "The Empire has ruled through fear and scarcity," a rebel broadcaster announced on a pirated frequency. "Earth has shown us there's another way." High Commander Green ordered a media blackout, but it was too late. Earth's quantum communication network had already spread throughout Imperial space, impossible to block or control. Imperial scientists, after studying the upgraded fleet, made a shocking announcement. "We're centuries behind Earth technologically, possibly millennia in some areas." The Empire's economic system, built on resource extraction and artificial scarcity, began to crumble. Worlds that once competed for basic necessities now saw a path to self-sufficiency. Admiral White gathered supporters among the military leadership. "The Empire can adapt or it can die," she told them. "Those are the only choices Earth has left us." In the lower levels of the capital city, the first food riots began. Citizens stormed Imperial storehouses, angry that artificial famines had been used to control them when better solutions existed. "The Empire told us poverty was natural," a protest leader shouted. "Earth proved it was engineered." High Commander Green ordered troops to suppress the growing unrest. But in city after city, Soldiers looked at their weapons, then at the crowds, and lowered them. Lord Brown led a group of younger officials in calling for reform. "We can be part of this new future," he argued, "or we can be swept away by it." The crisis reached a breaking point when 3 core worlds declared their independence on the same day. They immediately established communication with Earth, asking for technological assistance. In the Imperial Palace, the Council split into factions. Some wanted to launch a suicidal attack on Earth. Others called for complete surrender. A few suggested trying to find a middle path. Admiral White's voice carried across Imperial communication channels. "The Empire as we knew it is over. The question is what we'll build in its place." As the day ended, the Imperial capital's mighty towers stood dark for the first time in centuries. Their power systems, like so much of the Empire's technology, suddenly seemed obsolete. The Empire's internal crisis had begun, and no one could predict how it would end. The revolution began not with a bang, but with a simple message spreading across the galaxy: choose freedom. Earth's quantum communication network carried the words to every corner of the Empire. On thousands of worlds, beings of all species watched as their ancient oppressor crumbled from within. Admiral White stood on the bridge of her flagship, now powered by Earth's clean energy systems. "All ships, power down weapons," she commanded. "We're done fighting for a dying empire." The central Imperial Palace burned, not from weapons fire, but from the data centers overloading as centuries of Imperial secrets poured onto the public networks. Earth had opened the floodgates of information, and the truth was devastating. Director Stone watched from Earth's command center as the Empire's structure collapsed. "Send the aid ships," he ordered. "Show them we mean what we say about helping." Earth vessels appeared above hundreds of worlds, carrying food, medicine, and technology. They asked nothing in return, offered no conditions, made no demands. They simply helped. High Commander Green made his last stand in the Imperial Palace's throne room. "We cannot let 10,000 years of rule end like this," he shouted to his dwindling supporters. But outside, the capital world's streets filled with citizens carrying small quantum tablets, gifts from Earth. Each device contained blueprints for clean energy, advanced medicine, and sustainable farming. "We don't need the Empire anymore," a former Imperial citizen announced to cheering crowds. "We have the knowledge to build something better." The revolution spread faster than anyone expected. World after world declared independence, but not in chaos. Earth's technology provided a foundation for stable transition. Admiral White met with Earth's representatives near the Galactic core. "We need your help to rebuild," she admitted, "not as conquerors, but as teachers." Commander Black led Earth's humanitarian response. Ships filled with supplies and knowledge reached even the most distant Imperial worlds. Centuries of carefully maintained scarcity vanished in weeks. In the former Imperial archives, historians discovered the truth. The Empire had hidden advanced technology, keeping their subjects dependent. Earth had exposed not just the lies, but the possibility of something better. "Your chains were never physical." Director Stone's message echoed across the former empire. "They were built from ignorance and fear. Knowledge is your freedom." The Imperial military, once the galaxy's most feared force, transformed. Ships that once carried weapons now distributed food. Soldiers became teachers, showing others how to use Earth's technology. Lord Brown, leading the Transition Council, worked to build new connections between worlds. "We were kept apart by design," he told representatives from former Imperial worlds. "Now we can choose to work together." Earth's quantum network evolved into something new, a galactic internet where knowledge flowed freely. Former Imperial citizens shared their stories, their hopes, their dreams of a different future. High Commander Green's final broadcast was short. "The Empire is dead. Long live." The transmission cut off as Earth's technology finally breached the last Imperial stronghold. But the revolution wasn't about destruction. Each world that broke free immediately received aid packages from Earth. Clean power plants replaced polluting Imperial factories, Advanced farms ended manufactured famines. Admiral White stood before the first gathering of free worlds. "Earth didn't conquer us," she declared. "They showed us how to free ourselves." The former Imperial capital transformed. Its dark towers now glowed with clean energy. Its streets, once restricted by class and species, filled with diverse crowds sharing knowledge and resources. Commander Black watched as former Imperial scientists eagerly learned Earth's technology. "They're like children discovering a new toy," he observed. "All that potential, finally unleashed." The revolution's greatest victory wasn't military. It was the sight of former enemies working together, building something new from the Empire's ruins. Director Stone's final message to the free worlds was simple. You don't need Earth to show you the way anymore. You have the tools. Build the future you want. The galaxy would never be the same. The empire that had ruled for 10,000 years had fallen not to weapons, but to hope. And in its place, something new was beginning to grow. 5 years after the Empire's fall, the galaxy had transformed beyond recognition. Where once stood a tyrannical empire, now flourished the Free Worlds Coalition, a network of independent planets united by shared knowledge and mutual respect. Director Stone stood at Earth's new Galactic Cooperation Center, watching representatives from 1,000 worlds gather for the annual summit. Each brought unique contributions to their shared civilization. "Remember when they wanted to conquer us?" Commander Black asked, standing beside him. "Now they come to learn and share." The former Imperial capital had become Unity City, a center of cultural exchange where species from across the galaxy met freely. Its once dark towers now shimmered with clean energy, their walls displaying ever-changing artworks from countless worlds. Admiral White, now serving as the Coalition's Chief of Peace, addressed the gathered representatives. 5 years ago, Earth showed us a better way. Today we build on that foundation. The changes were everywhere. Former Imperial warships, converted into exploration vessels, returned with discoveries that enriched all worlds. The galaxy's first unified scientific network made breakthroughs daily. Lord Brown, leading the Coalition's Education Council, reported unprecedented progress. Every child on every world now has access to advanced learning systems. Knowledge flows freely across the stars. Earth's role had evolved too. No longer seen as just the Empire's defeater, it became known as the guardian of galactic peace. Their technology protected developing worlds from exploitation. "We don't rule," Director Stone explained to new Coalition members. "We protect. We share. We grow together." The former Imperial worlds flourished under their independence. Each developed unique solutions using Earth's basic technologies. Innovation exploded as billions of minds were finally free to create. The quantum communication network evolved into the Galactic Exchange, a vast web of knowledge, art, and ideas. Former enemies shared discoveries, collaborated on projects, solved ancient problems together. Commander Black oversaw the conversion of the last Imperial military base into a scientific research center. "They built weapons," he said. "We build understanding." The greatest change was in the people themselves. Former Imperial citizens, once taught to fear and compete, learned to trust and cooperate. Species that had been enemies for millennia now worked side by side. The Empire kept us isolated. Admiral White told a gathering of young leaders. They knew unity would be their end. Now unity is our strength. Earth's influence spread subtly. They didn't demand recognition or power. Instead, they shared their knowledge freely, helping others help themselves. The Coalition's first major crisis came when a rogue Imperial faction tried to seize power on a distant world. The response showed how much had changed. Instead of military force, the Coalition sent aid, technology, and knowledge. The attempted coup collapsed as citizens simply refused to return to the old ways. Director Stone's philosophy became the Coalition's foundation. Power isn't about control. It's about lifting others up. Former Imperial worlds that once stripped planets bare now led the galaxy in environmental restoration. Worlds that had been poisoned for centuries bloomed again under advanced terraforming. The annual Unity Festival became the galaxy's greatest celebration, not of military might, but of shared achievement. Every world contributed art, music, ideas, and discoveries. Admiral White watched ships from across the galaxy arrive peacefully at Unity City. Earth didn't just change the Empire, she reflected. They changed what was possible. The Coalition established the Galactic Heritage Project, preserving the history of both Empire and Revolution. We must remember, Lord Brown declared, to never repeat the past's mistakes. Earth's final gift to the galaxy was stepping back. They remained protectors, but encouraged the Coalition to find its own path. Director Stone's last speech to the Coalition summed up the new age. The galaxy doesn't need rulers. It needs guardians, teachers, and dreamers. Be those things for each other. The empire that once dominated through fear had been replaced by something stronger, a civilization built on cooperation, knowledge, and hope. As the galactic sun set on Unity City, ships from 1,000 worlds moved peacefully through space. The stars themselves seemed brighter in this new age. The galaxy had learned Earth's greatest lesson. True power comes not from controlling others, but from helping them grow. And that was a lesson worth spreading across the universe.